This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi. Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, IMCO, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana, and another fun week. We got Jason Lemoyne, the Balls Boys. Man, Jason, I'm going to thank you early. I want to say, well, I don't know what I do. You've been rolling the last couple of weeks, and there's something that's real important that's come up in the news and everything, and it's what you've been doing with the Hogs is educating me and other people. I thought I was educated about the Hogs. You got that, and he got a fishing report now. Where they catch? They didn't catch no steelhead in Falls Pass, huh?
I got a buddy lives in Oregon. He come down for alligator season. Mr. Forrest, he works up there. He does the same thing I do, but on the West Coast in Oregon. And he was sending me some pictures of some steelhead. And I said, it looks like it's the biggest rainbow trout I've ever seen. He said, that's not a rainbow, it's a 25-pound steelhead. So I'm going to go one day. You know, my wife and I's 25th anniversary is coming up. So I'm going to maybe take her fishing.
I don't want to go on no anniversary.
No, you don't want to go there.
You used to take me all the way. Took me, to Canada. You took me different places everywhere you went. The only place we didn't get back, I wanted to go to Wyoming when y'all did those Greyhound dogs.
Yeah, that was fun.
Coyotes.
That was actually in Kansas we did that. And I called Mr. Brad Davis, Brad Hahn, the other day, and I told him, I said, look, if y'all still do it, I said, it'd be worth a trip. Because you can coyote hunt anytime you want. It was unbelievable. But look, today's show, Mr. Terrence Burke with Friends in NRA was supposed to be here this morning, and I'm standing in for him. He had some stuff come up with work. They had some bad weather up north, and he wasn't able to get loose. But we kind of teased a little bit last week about I donated the deer hunt for the Friends of NRA. They auctioned it off, and they came in and got some real good interviews. A lot we didn't show last week.
In the hunting report, he got some good-looking pictures, too, of them deer.
Yeah,
so we got a few pictures. Myself, this is a sad note, but still it's a warm note. This show would be dedicated to Mr. David Daniels. Top Gun, Kobe Daniels, and I'm going to tell you what, long as I've been Paradise, Louisiana, there's probably 3 of the places that my top. But this Top Gun, that's why they call it Top Gun.
It's the best.
I done had so many hunts. I got a few videos. He sent me a pass and some pictures about the last few weeks they killing. But his dad's been real sick and his dad passed away. So, Mr. David, you were one of my heroes. I watched you take in your blind. I watched you outshoot Kobe and all the us people in the other blinds, or your group without doing. Could get a mallet down in a minute. And what I really used to like, when them gadwall come in them breaks, I got pictures. Probably in the next year I'm gonna have to go back and show you, just like you send me all those old film. We're going to have to revisit. He sent me a few videos to remind me what I've been missing and about what's coming up. So a lot of these, we're going to be showing some few videos or short things on videos with Top Gun. That's to remind you. We go all the way through the conservation order, and they'll be booking hunts. Kobe is one of the amazing. The last few years, he's been coaching high school baseball.
Yeah. So they based out of around Bastrop, Marouge, Louisiana.
They in Marouge.
Marouge.
Well, they have blinds up different places, around Bastrop and then northeast Louisiana.
Well, that's the home of Duck Dynasty. That's where Duck Dynasty originated from. Was in that Monroe area.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's a good place to hunt.
Yeah, that's in West Monroe. What else we got? You just hold on, be surprised what we got coming up. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana with Jason Lemoyne, the Vols boy. We'll be right back.
Peyton Murphy. I trust him.
Very respectful.
Very professional.
Reliable.
Very knowledgeable.
You can't ask for nothing better than that.
Choosing the right lawyer is an important decision. Visit murphylawfirm.com or call me, Attorney Peyton Murphy, 928-8800.
As members of a Touchstone Energy cooperative, we've all got a job to do. And the more we work together, the more we save. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy cooperative.
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
For the thirsty, for those who hang out in packs, for heroes, for sidekicks, for those who see the glass half empty, for those who see it half full, for those on the right, for those on the left, for those with nicknames, for those with curves, for people that cycle, for people that recycle, for BFFs, for frenemies, for those with style, for lovers, for families, for big families, for everyone.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. Jason, we've been sitting here and you've been talking and listening, and you have some hard numbers that are real important. For the last few weeks, we talking about eradicate, how dangerous the hogs are, how much money. You come up just here in Louisiana, you got some hard numbers.
Yeah, so.
And you just told me, tell everybody, you got them hard numbers.
Yeah, so what I did, I called a couple of the big farmers around the Vols. Well, it's actually statewide, but the concentration of information I got was Natchitoches Parish, Vols, Rapides, St. Landry, and Point Capee. And on average, statewide, they're losing between 8 and 10% of their crops due to the hogs. That's
that don't
destroying.
Sound like much, but when you go,
it's a lot. When you say 10% of a cane crop. So one of the farmers I talked to, very good friend of mine, Mr. Ben Merrick in Point Capee, he got 4,000 acres of cane, and if they destroy 10%, that's 400 acres. It doesn't sound like a lot till you see the acres and you put 10% of the total agricultural crop, and it doesn't matter if it's cane, if it's corn, beans, rice, whatever it is, they don't discriminate. And the farmers are having a hard time. Just they putting electric fences around their crops. They're doing everything they can.
That's right.
They
2 or 3 parishes too.
Yeah, and it's everywhere. But it's Joey Kent told me he farms in Natchitoches Parish, and it's mostly corn and beans. And he said he's probably running about 15% of the crop. They don't have cane up there, but the hog population has got out of control, and they're going to eat, okay? And it's also coming into the deer hunting because it's affecting the deer. So it's a problem. We've really been trying our best. We've been trapping. My Uncle Wayne and I, last couple of years, we've been trapping. We got several big round traps. We got net traps. We have any kind of trap you can have. You call your local authorities and let them know you're gonna be hog hunting at a certain time. Give them the location, and they're allowing you to take a hog at any means necessary.
What you think? They're all effective, okay? But what you think the most effective? It is, and it might be the hardest. But which one you think is the most effective?
We have two traps that we use. One, it's a big 12-foot circle pin, looks like a hay bale, which you would feed cows, and got 4 legs that go up, and it's on a root trigger, meaning you feed it, hogs come in and they'll drop. You can move it around. A lot of times with the pigs, people make these big pens, and you got to feed for weeks at a time to try to get the hogs used to coming in a little gate. So this is real mobile, so we're able to pop and drop, we call it. We try to bait up, 1,000 acres, we'll have 3 spots.
We trying to tell people it ain't all fun, and everybody should do it. But hunting at night,
yeah.
And it's like we talked about last week. You call your sheriff. There's a way to do it right. It's got to be some fun.
It's fun.
It ain't all work. But
not
them traps will work.
Yeah, it's not real effective when you hunt at night, because you go in there and you got 4 or 5 pigs or 20 pigs, and you go and you kill 1, or 2 maybe. These traps you catching 15 to 30 at a time, and everything works. If you shoot the pigs up and you kill a couple of the big ones, they're gonna start going to the traps. And once hunting season's over with, it's gonna be a lot easier because the pigs will be more concentrated.
What video you got with us this week?
We got a couple videos left over from the Friends of the NRA trip. Some good interviews, some live action from the camp when we were cooking and having a good time and socializing. Also got some videos of us catching pigs in the trap. Got some 15, 20 pigs at one time in the live trap. Got some, we caught them in the net. Good friend of mine, Lil Mike Abear from Plaquemine.
Yeah.
We have a place, Pull Boy Hunting Club, in Eberville Parish in Grove State, and he's the authority.
When we get to the hunt report, you got pictures, you got video.
We have pictures, we have videos of deer, mostly pictures of deer kills. My cousin Mike DiStefano, he has a place in Illinois, and all of them were killed in Illinois, but it's all people from Louisiana in the Plaquemine area. Episcopal.
Let's show that when we come back.
We'll show that when we come back. Stay tuned. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. Uh-huh. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
For the thirsty, for those who hang out in packs, for heroes, for sidekicks, for those who see the glass half empty, for those who see it half full, for those on the right, for those on the left, for those with nicknames, for those with curves, for people that cycle, for people that recycle, for BFFs, for frenemies, for those with style, for lovers, for families, for big families, for everyone.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana, and deer hunting, duck hunting reports. Try to make it short. Jason, that was some beautiful deer. Go ahead and give me your deer hunting report.
Yes, so we can try something new. We're going to have the Friends of the NRA hunting report. We're going to try this. I've been getting some pictures from a couple of my correspondents. Mike DiStefano, he has a place in Illinois, and he sent me some pictures of some hunts that were taken from some local guys hunting in Illinois. Parker Richard of Baton Rouge killed a couple good deer. We got Micah Nicholson from Episcopal of Baton Rouge. Donnie Abear killed a 170-inch monster. He's a Baton Rouge native. Colt Nicholson and Garrett Ventures killed one yesterday on a little lease by the house. It was wasn't a very big deal. It was a spike, but he was real proud of it. It was his first deer of the year. And that's what it's all about. Everybody puts too much emphasis on how much a deer scores, how much a deer weighs. You know, sometimes people lose a sight. You know, it's having a good time and fellowship with everybody.
That's in Balls Parish.
It
you know,
is.
in Balls Parish also, I know these women all over the country, but Balls Parish in Louisiana is probably, if you go to any of these hunt shows and what, Balls Parish deer are usually the top size. So now that's your deer report. Let me go to a little duck report. And it's been a while, and since we dedicating this to Mr. David Daniel and Kobe, Top Gun the last couple of weeks was sending me some pictures. Now, I go all over and get reports, but Top Gun sent me some pictures. He had Corey Oak and Oge Rental, I guess it's OGE, out of Lafayette. They had some good mixed bag hunts over there at Top Gun before it. I'm talking about with ducks. They had some mallards. They had a mixed bag. They had some specks. They had some pintail. He sent these pictures from me last week or so, and I didn't quite use them. He had Marty Magnum and Abram Anthony also. They were from Bastrop. He's taking those pictures. So I got to remind y'all, I'm going to show y'all some of this video. I don't know how much Chris can get it in. But it was some of them are conservation hunts. Some of them is early in the year before. And the snow geese would come in, and it was just unbelievable how they would block the sky. I go back and look maybe later on, and I plan on making a hunt. Kobe invited us to come up and make a conservation
I saw those videos
hunt.
you were just showing. We were trying to get him to Chris. It's unbelievable. The sky
I don't know how much
out.
Chris can show during the duck report, but to make it real quick, I can. I'm going to talk about these ducks. He's my brother Sammy and Duke, and they're still up there at Old John. My friend Brian Briggs, I always send him a report. They had to go farther north because right there in Port Barry, the fields there ain't been as slow. Okay, with Duke and Sammy and them, they're killing a few. But they got some woodblinds, and the woodblinds were doing okay. Not slaughtering them, but they were doing better than field. So they went a couple of days and killed 3 or 4 ducks a piece. We weren't that good. The report I got from Mike Benz, they were starting good, but it's closed, so it don't open up to Saturday. Mike says they had better water conditions, so it should be better. Ryan Lambert, I called. I didn't get it back. I saw on Facebook that they're going to still do blast and cast, so you can call them. I was waiting. So now you give your deer report. When we come back, we're going to close with a quick fishing report. So you're watching Paradise, Louisiana. Stay tuned, because great fishing report. Unbelievable.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
Peyton Murphy. I trust him.
Very respectful.
Very professional.
Reliable.
Very knowledgeable.
You can't ask for nothing better than that.
Choosing the right lawyer is an important decision. Visit murphylawfirm.com or call me, Attorney Peyton Murphy, 928-8800.
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
As members of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we've all got a job to do. And the more we work together, the more we save. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana, and the Berkeley Abu Garcia Fishing Report. Jason just gave us our Oregon report. I don't want to hear any more unless you're going to take me, all right?
You can come.
You're going to go. But listen, now, it's just unbelievable. I'm telling you, I just got a phone call from Mike Brantley. Make sure I got everything. Captain Mike Brantley. The only thing holding them up is the weather. Rain, wind, and they still going. They're going in the canals. They're catching bass everywhere. Friends of mine are catching 60 bass. Not keeping. They catch them on a trick worm. To all the canals, all around my camp, off the intercoastal. They're catching bass. They're catching flounder. They're catching redfish. They're catching sheephead. The big trout on the bridges. Every one of them guys. Go to Facebook and look. Biloxi Morse, all them guys. Charlie Thomason, all them guys down there. Grand Isle, Fouchon, same thing. All of them catching fish. This time of year is the hottest it is. You got bad weather, cold fronts. I remember the only thing holding them out, sometime in January, February, we get them hard freezes. And they get low water, we get a few fish kills.
They're actually talking about next week, I think Wednesday or Thursday, getting down to 23 degrees next week.
That's that long range? We never know.
Yeah.
You're in
never know,
Louisiana.
but if they say in 23, if it gets to 25, that's still cold.
Yeah,
cold is cold.
Tell me, I stay in a trailer with a space heater. Now, we talked about the ducks already and where they're coming from, but the fish is right now. Every year we get them from Major Tom LeBlanc and Coach Cesar Garcia. Garcia is traveling. Coach has been traveling all over the country and the world. And Major Tom LeBlanc, he's the one that sent me the log. He's been doing a little bit better. He's still having a hard time to get pinpoint doing it. And the new limit, they're finding fish under the birds, around Delacroix and everything, but they're hard to meet the limit. They're not able to catch. But they're under the birds, they're smaller fish. So I don't want to miss nothing. Now, freshwater, Toledo Bend, you heard that? You had Bryce and them.
Yes, I called JT with Living and Dreaming Toledo Bend. He didn't. I called him this morning. He didn't give me a response back, but I did talk to Bryce Knight at Lake Darbone. Pretty much same fishing report. Water's out of pool. It's back at pool stage. They in deeper water. You know, it's not turned on real good.
Then they're starting a spider rig too.
Yeah, so they you know. He said in a couple of weeks he got some trips coming in, and he'll give us a better report.
Can't tell you how many big fish that when we go to Toledo Bend, fishing with them guys that just scouting ourselves for tournaments coming up in February, get that big crankbait and get off in them deep. It looked like you had a tennis shoe, that big old lip, and you be cranking. It's just the way they did it. Find them, when that cold weather would be here, they get down and get away from that real cold weather. They get on them ledges. Just like in the summertime, they get down low to get away from the heat. They get in that deep when they run them big crankbaits or fishing those jigs.
There's a lot of people in Louisiana, especially. You know, you think about it's hunting season right now. You know, so they're not thinking about fishing, but some of your best fishing starts when hunting season starts. you know. And the good part about it, if you fish in the wintertime, you ain't got to worry about competing with all the hunters because they in the woods chasing deer and pigs. So it really is a good time to get out in the water if you can bear the cold weather and get you some cold weather gear because I can't sit in the deer stand when it's 25 degrees. I'm not going to sit on the edge of a fishing boat.
A few years ago, do like you and I did. We did it both.
Yeah.
Well,
Do some blasting cast. That's the thing to do.
It's coming up. I don't know if I missed anything, but I'm telling you, Biloxi Marsh, Delacroix, all these places I'm notching, I've been doing it. Go on Facebook and look at what these captains are doing and what they're putting. Sacalay down in Lake Brett, the Chambers, and all them boys, them Sacalay tournaments are coming up. Lake Verret, still hot. Down in the marsh, they're catching some of the, during Mardi Gras, coming up in February, or all these parties coming up. You wouldn't believe when men, Reste So, Jack DePola, my big buddy Jody Russo, all the guys that I used to fish down there in the marsh in Gibson and everything. This is the time of the year coming up for bass fishing. Just won't believe. It is pre-spawn, and then it'll go all the way, and then it'll be post-spawn in April. Be fish coming off, they don't have no bellies on them. So, y'all bass fishermen, send me a little more reports. I'm not getting the only bass I'm getting down in Slidell, Pearl River, everybody out there talking to down there. 6.5 trickworm. That's it. But they fishing at Carolina Rig. So, you want to make sure you know that.
Yep.
I think that's it.
No, not quite it. I want to give a shout out to the LSU ladies basketball. We 18-0. We beat Tennessee. Look, I'm a basketball fan now.
I got some tickets for you, but let me tell you, this is Monday night. They're gonna.
We 18-0 right now. We playing Vanderbilt, and these girls have an unbelievable team.
I'll
be there tonight.
Do you look at Southeastern Conference, both the men and?
It's unbelievable.
How many teams they got in there?
I think we're number 5
LSU been playing good. The only trouble with the men, there's too many turnovers. We need somebody to dribble, and our big man's out for the year.
Yeah.
But don't get too excited right now. Old coach with a fancy shirt, she's one of the best.
She's
but
good.
You got Southeastern Conference loaded with the women and the men. Look how many of them in the top 10 and the top 20. That's it. Go Tigers. Go Southern. Go Grambling. Go all them schools right now. Go ahead, Louisiana. God bless Louisiana. We'll see y'all next week.
And go hunting.
This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi. Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, Demco, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.